Next up we have Alison doing some poetry. Sorry, it's a wee bit out of breath. Give up for Alison!
Son? Probably not. It's
Cool.
a bit
Let's
hard.
switch on.
Cheers. Should have done that to Mike. By the way, if you see me up the back on my phone, I'm not trying to be a dick. I just got added into a committee. So, sorry, I need to change back to my Stirling accent. I was like going on after the break, it leads out the week. Just like everybody disappears. It's how I like it. It's not how I like it. It fucking terrifies me. So, in the past couple of dead SUDS, wow, I should have brought my glasses. I've been known, and calling it poetry is being polite, let's face it. But I like to document the weird things that are wrong with my brain. But that's not what I did here. I just had a different idea because I couldn't pick between Fear in the Dark or my short temper. So this is just a small piece of title, If I hadn't left my first boyfriend as soon as I did, I'd have probably further pursued my interest in electronic graphic rendering. I may have had a successful first run at UCAS, and right now, I'd be a third-year graphic design student at Dundee. If I cared more about my first round of uni applications, I would have received at least a conditional, probably. I wouldn't have started to work in a kitchen, and today, I'd be a single third-year law student, probably under a lot of mental duress. If I'd applied here to this course 1 year earlier during my HNC work, I'd have received a conditional acceptance. I wouldn't have admitted my feelings to that chef at work. I'd have left my job of my own volition rather than getting sacked 4 months later. And now, I'd be a single second-year computer science student, with less of a complex about how I'm older than everybody else in my year. And with no guilt-ridden feelings about what may or may not constitute an emotional affair. If I hadn't wanted to get that chef's attention, I never would have gotten contact lenses. If I hadn't blasted my father with emails telling him to let my sister come back from the States, I'd never have estranged half of my relatives. I also might not have actually got my sister back, and I wouldn't be an aunt today. If I had, in fact, come here a year earlier, I'd probably just have plain black hair. I'd still have that one shitty, if distant friend. I possibly would be going out with that one guy. I'd have never played GTA 5 and become obsessed with the Doobie Brothers as a result. I wouldn't have had anybody to go to those 2 gigs with me, which were the only ones I've ever been to in my entire life. I wouldn't be going home this week thinking about replacing our bed and getting the Wi-Fi guy round. And I wouldn't be balancing next year's student loans about splitting rent for a flat I only live in half the year. If I'd never cut my hair short, I'd never know how much I hate trying to grow it past my shoulders. If I kept dancing past the age of 13, chances are I'd still have given it up at 14, despite what my mother says. If I hadn't spent a lot of time trying to impress certain guys throughout my life, there's a lot of films I never would have seen and music I wouldn't have listened to. If I hadn't sprained my ankle twice in quick succession, it probably wouldn't sting in cold weather. If I hadn't come to live in Stirling, I wouldn't have realised how much I miss actual rainy weather. And Glasgow, and the cacophony of sirens at least once a day. If I didn't wear my damn army jacket everywhere, I probably wouldn't have been approached by that woman outside my workplace who wanted to help me by taking me to the homeless shelter. Absolutely serious. If I didn't dress so deliberately, nobody would notice me. If I wasn't such a loud person, nobody would hear me. If I didn't sing and dance everywhere I go, I wouldn't be happy. And if I didn't try so hard to be funny, nobody would like me.